have these strains first. And already now you are in the second year, you have already seen the culture media like Vertical, you have seen the Contigo, right?
Yes.
So I thought it's better to take it here. Today we are going to talk about these microorganisms. Which one is first?
Staph aureus.
Staph aureus. What is the second? Epidermis. Okay, what's then? Viridans, streptococci, then?
Streptococcus pneumoniae.
Pneumonia, okay, then?
Pyogenes.
Pyogenes and group A and group B. Okay, pyogenes is the most important group A, and then lastly Spirochete borrelia, called the Lyme disease.
Yes.
The purpose of today's lab is if somebody is having the infection from the Staph aureus, I put it in the 3 phases, 1, 2, 3. First we will talk about the Staphylococcus, then we will talk about the viridans and pneumonia and pyogenes. We are divided in groups, okay?
Yes.
And then we will talk about spirochete. The purpose of this lab is diagnosis. You are suspecting the patient having the infection of Staphylococcus.
Okay.
You are not knowing whether it is the aureus or epidermidis, okay? Same family, but you need to differentiate them. Whether patient is having the aureus infection or patient is having the epidermidis infection. Fine?
Yes.
In the next, you are finding the patient having the infection of the Streptococcus, okay?
Yes.
Streptococci, formula one of Streptococci. You want to see whether it is the alpha hemolytic or beta hemolytic. If it is the alpha hemolytic, then you have to differentiate between. If it is the alpha hemolytic, then you have to differentiate between Streptococci pneumoniae and viridans.
Yeah.
If it is alpha hemolytic.
Yes.
If it is beta hemolytic,
Pyogenes.
then you have to talk about the groups of the Streptococci, A, B, C, D, so on, so on, so that. But here we will talk about the group A and group B.
Okay.
Group A and
Group
B.
B.
Why? Because we are concerned with the cardiovascular infection. So we will talk about these two. How we can differentiate a hemolytic bacteria like group A Streptococci pyogene from another group B Streptococci agatacea. For example, these are the examples. And in the group B Streptococci, some bacteria are weak hemolytic, some are weak hemolytic. So we will see them, how we can differentiate group A, group B. We will see how we can differentiate alpha hemolytic bacteria, Streptococci pneumoniae, and the viridans. Actually, what is a viridan? Viridan means a green color, okay? Under viridan Streptococci, number of bacteria comes like Streptococci mitis, Streptococci mutans, and one more strain, okay? So viridans is basically a Greek term, okay?
Yes.
They call it viridan Streptococci. Yani these are the Streptococci green in color. Why? Why Streptococci is green in color?
And the examinations.
Why pneumonia is green in color? The partial hemolysis finished. Partial hemolysis. It is called the alpha hemolysis.
Yes, yes, yes.
Alpha hemolysis is also called as a partial hemolysis.
Yes.
Partial hemolysis means the red blood when this bacteria affect on the culture, on the RBC, the red blood cell is not totally destroyed, it is partially destroyed.
Okay.
When RBC is partially destroyed by the breakdown by the bacteria, okay, it forms methemoglobin. It forms the oxygen and the iron, it reacts together and it gives it green color. It gives it, and this is the reason it's called viridans, because of alpha hemolysis and formation of the green color. In the viridans, there come a number of microorganisms, like mites, I give one example, mutants is one more example, okay? There is human and one more example. Number of bacteria comes under this class. And one more alpha hemolytic is Streptococci pneumoniae. Fine. Similarly, group N. What is the group N and group B? It is based on what?
The hemolysis.
You know the lady Rebecca? Rebecca. Let's find classification. Why do you see why this? You didn't have a lecture on this?
Let's find the group A and
Yes. Let's find classification of.
Yes, 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 yes.
There were
Eight,
you.
Eight.
Who is she? Let's find classification.
That's why it's
His name is Rebecca. She's a lady Rebecca Lensified, she made the classification. She made the classification on the basis of
Carbohydrates.
carbohydrate cell.
Yes.
And she put it into A, B, C, D, the number of. So we will talk about A and B to our topic today. In A, it comes pyogene, and B group, we take an example of ecdysia. Okay, this is finally the spirochete. You are aware about the spirochete. Spirochetes, they have the spiral inside, like the Spotimopleidium. Okay.
Yes.
This Borrelia, it causes the Lyme disease. It causes Lyme disease.
Victor,
Now let us go one by
what
one.
is the one with the group B?
You will find it here, Aglatia.
Ah,
But you will find it here. It is just for you to understand what is the purpose of today's lab. Okay. So you have to differentiate. Some of just arrived, some of the students. You have to differentiate between the Staphylo group, Staphylo family, we can say. Examples of aureus. More much better. It is Staph aureus. It is Staph epidermidis. This is Streptococci pneumoniae alpha hemolysis. Very dense Streptococci. Alpha hemolytic also group A and beta hemolytic group A and group B. Let us see now one by one. So first we go to the Staphylococcus aureus. When we see the Staphylococcus, when we go for the examination in the laboratory, either it's the gram stain or the culture, we find different characteristics of the microbes belonging to the same family but different characteristics. First, if we go for the Staphylococcus and Staph epidermidis, what we see, both of them are catalase positive. What is the catalase positive?
formation of water.
What is the catalase positive?
Formation of water and the hydrogen.
From what?
Yes.
Catalase positive means it is a reactant. Bacteria is capable of producing an enzyme catalase. That catalase enzyme has a capability to break down the hydrogen peroxide.
Yes.
Hydrogen peroxide is a free radical. It can destroy the cell. It is free radicals usually damage the cell. When this free radical is produced inside the body to kill this bacteria, but bacteria has a presence of the enzyme catalase. This catalase enzyme is released by the bacteria and breaks down hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen and makes it less effective. Okay?
Yeah.
So God has given some microbes catalase activity, catalase enzyme activity. So this enzyme protects the bacteria from the free radicals that are produced inside the body. So for example, if you put this bacteria in the hydrogen peroxide, immediately it will survive. Why? Because it will degrade. It will degrade. The picture is not here. It will degrade it. And you have seen the bubbles in form in catalase reaction. Okay? So both of them are catalase negative, Staphylococcus aureus and epidermidis. Okay, both are catalase. Both are catalase positive. But one more test is coagulase.
Only aureus.
Always remember, Staph aureus in whole Staphylococcal family, whole Staphylococcus, Staph aureus is coagulase positive. Staph aureus is coagulase positive. The rest are all coagulase negative. So epidermidis is coagulase negative. Staphylococcus positive test, coagulase test, Staphylococcus aureus positive. Other staphylococci like epidermidis is a negative test. What is a coagulase? Coagulase is an enzyme that converts fibrinogen into fibrin in form the clot. Okay, because it gives a protection inside the bacteria when it's present, when it causes infection. Fine?
Yes.
Okay?
Yep.
Fine?
Yes.
Next. Now we will go to the please have a look here. You see, it's a slide test, coagulase test. A coagulase enzyme is taken, okay, and you put it here, and then you put the, a rabbit plasma or something, and you put the bacteria on it, and in a simple way,
Yes.
this is a slide. This is a slide, okay. You put a plasma here, okay.
Yeah.
Plasma, and you add Staphylococcus aureus. If it is Staphylococcus aureus, it will immediately form a clot. It will look like this.
Okay.
If it is epidermis, it will be negative. This is called a slide test. And in the tube test, this is clot here, and this is there is no clot. This is coagulase.
Okay.
This is the coagulase.
Only oils.
Fibrinogen is converted to carbonate. It forms the clot. Fine. Next. Now, this is about the blood culture. If you put both the strains, both Staphylococcus aureus and Staph epidermidis on the blood culture, if you put on that, on blood agar, on blood culture, what you see, the Staph aureus will form golden colonies. Staph aureus will form
Golden colonies.
golden. Why it form the golden colonies? I told you in the first year. You have forgotten it.
Yes.
It formed the golden colonies because when you grow the Staphylococcus aureus on the blood agar, it releases that pigment. It releases that?
Yes, pigment.
It is golden in color. It's golden in
Color.
and also it should, you see?
Yes, yes.
The colony is here, it's golden in color. But when you culture epidermidis on the same blood agar, Staphylococcus epidermidis, when you grow on the blood agar, it forms the white colonies. So this is the difference. If patient is suspected from infection from the Staphylococcus endocarditis, for example, you had a lecture on it, I am sure. So you need to differentiate whether it is the aureus, whether it is the epidermis. First, you do one biochemical test, catalase enzyme test. It is positive for same. You say you cannot differentiate. Both are positive. Then you do the coagulase test. Coagulase will confirm whether it is a Staphylococcus aureus or epidermidis.
Okay.
Next test you will do, you will culture this on the blood culture plate. And next morning, if you see the golden colonies, this means Staphylococcus aureus. Okay. Aureus, by the way, is a name, a gold Greek word, a golden. This is the reason it's called Staph aureus. Because aureus is a golden. Aureus is a golden. Like viridans is a green. Aureus is a golden. Why golden colonies? Because of pigment. There is no concept of fermentation of sugar or other thing. Okay, make sure to keep this in your mind. It's here. And epidermidis is a white. Yes? White. So there is no. Fine?
Yes.
Now we do one more test. We do one more test for, yes please.
Catalase negative, it means streptococcus.
We are in the Staphylococcus.
I mean, it's,
We will talk about this, yes. Usually, okay, he has raised now the question, all Staphylococcus are catalase positive. All Streptococci are catalase negative.
Negative. Yeah.
Okay? But here we are concerned about, we are talking about the Staph. Okay, this is one more. This is called the mannitol salt agar. What's called as?
Mannitol.
It contains M for? Everybody say mannitol salt agar. M stands for mannitol. Mannitol is a sugar. S for salt, A for agar. This is one more test where you can differentiate Staphylococcus aureus and epidermidis. What if bacteria is Staphylococcus aureus? If bacteria is, what is mannitol? What is mannitol?
Sugar.
Correct. Mannitol is a sugar.
Yeah.
So we will see if bacteria ferments this sugar, this means it is Staph aureus.
Okay.
If it will not ferment the sugar, then it is epidermidis. Okay.
Okay.
And second thing, in this media is a salt of around 7 to 8% salt concentration. This percent of salt concentration will not allow, it will not allow other microbes to grow. It will help only microbe grow that has a capability to survive in the higher salt concentration like Staph aureus. If bacteria ferments the mannitol, what will happen? If bacteria ferments the mannitol, what will happen? Fermentation of mannitol causes acidic production. Causes acid product is formed. When acid product is formed, what will happen to the pH? When acid is produced, pH will increase or decrease?
increase.
When acid is produced,
Decrease from 7 to decrease.
what is the pH of a stomach?
What?
7.4. 7.
In stomach?
No, yes.
2 point something, acid. When you talk about the low pH means this is a scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. and 0. Okay, I am sorry. This is 7 is a neutralized here. From here to 0. If you go towards backward direction, this means acidic. It means 7, 8, 9, it means basic. 0 is a neutral. 0 is? So in a mannitol, if you grow Staphylococcus aureus on a mannitol salt agar, it will ferment the Staphylococcus aureus, it will ferment the mannitol and produce the acid product. It decreases the pH.
Yeah.
When pH is decreased, color becomes pink to yellow. And in epidermis, there is no mannitol fermentation. Okay?
Yes.
So, property of Staphylococcus aureus, catalase positive.
Yeah.
Coagulase positive.
Yes.
Mannitol fermentation. These are
Mannitol
mannitol and golden coagulation.
Yes.
Staphylococcus aureus, important feature.
Yeah.
Catalase positive, okay. Coagulase positive, special feature. Mannitol fermentation and on blood agar, golden coagulation. Golden coagulation. And you will not find these properties in the epidermis, okay? You will find only one property, catalase positive. You see this chart, it becomes easy for you.
Yes.
Staphylococcus aureus, Staphylococcus epidermis, catalase positive, positive.
Yes. Okay.
Staphylococcus aureus, coagulase positive, epidermis, coagulase negative. Understood?
Yes.
Gold colonies on the blood agar, golden colonies, Staph aureus, epidermis, white colonies. Hemolysis, complete hemolysis, beta hemolysis. Staph aureus is also called hemolysis.
Yeah.
I forget it. It calls a beta hemolysis. If you put a culture, beta hemolysis as well as golden colonies. Have you heard before this? Staphylococcus aureus is a beta hemolytic and also golden colonies. And here it is a white color, mannitol fermentation. Staph aureus mannitol fermentation, it does not ferment mannitol. Staph aureus.
What about epidermis?
Aureus.
It's beta hemolytic type.
Epidermis, it produces the white colonies and Staph aureus colonies.
Here.
Who?
Okay.
Here.
Ah.
Staph aureus, golden colonies, and it is beta hemolytic microbe, Staphylococcus aureus. Whereas epidermis is the white on the blood agar. Okay? Do not confuse yours, just remember white colonies on blood agar and golden colonies. But Staph aureus, it is the.
Doctor, if we ask about the features,
No. For example, if I put this picture in the exam,
Yes.
you will say it is the mannitol salt agar.
Yeah.
It is positive for Staphylococcus aureus because it causes the fermentation of the mannitol. And epidermis is a negative because it cannot ferment the mannitol. Fine.
Yes.
If this picture will come different shade, you will say this is golden yellow colonies, and here you can say it's the epidermis.
Yeah. Okay.
Now come to the Streptococcus family. What is here? Alpha, beta, forget about the gamma.
Yes.
We will talk about this. In the alpha hemolysis, what is present? Viridans.
Yes.
You see viridans?
Yes.
It's the green,
Yeah.
and you have beta hemolytic, pyogenes and Eclairtisia, group B. Okay? Now we will try to see them and differentiate them on the basis of culture, on the basis of biochemical tests. Fine? Okay, you know about the classification, Rebecca classification, Lensified classification of the grouping on the basis of the cell wall. So first we will talk about the pyogenes, group A and group B. About the bacterial diagnosis of the pyogenes, gram-positive arranged genes, this fine.
Yes.
And this is the identification on the basis of the blood. For here, we didn't do the catalase because catalase is a negative. We do not conduct the coagulase test. Direct microscopic observation, they are in the form of the chains,
Yes.
arranged chains, gram-positive. And here, this is the culture on the basis when you culture the bacteria on the blood. We are talking about the pyogenes. Pyogene is a beta hemolytic.
Yes.
Group A. Group A, fine. Group A, pyogenes. Group A, beta hemolytic. And when you grow this microbe on the blood agar BA, there is a hemolysis. There is
Large.
White colony.
No, complete.
no complete hemolysis of the blood. Pinpoint colonies. Usually it is sometimes it can go up to 5 millimeter of when you grow this microbe on the blood plate. And second is the bacitrine sensitivity. You see blood beta hemolysis of Streptococcus pyogenes. Clear hemolysis, right?
Yeah.
Very clear.
Yeah.
And second, bacitrine antibiotic test. This is a pyogene, okay? Hemolytic. Blood agar, it causes hemolysis. And second test, bacitrine test.
Yes.
What's the bacitrine? Bacitrine, it is an antibiotic sensitivity test.
Yes.
Bacitrine is an antibiotic.
Yeah.
Bacitrine is a
Yes.
Sensitive to
sensitivity
Yeah.
test. The bacitrine disc is sensitive, used to differentiate beta hemolytic Streptococcus.
And this is the
If you want to differentiate between group A and group B,
Yes.
By that.
Streptococcus, you can use the sensitivity test, bacitration antibiotic test. What you will see, pyogenes will be bacitration sensitive.
Yes.
Group A Streptococcus, pyogene will be
Sensitive.
sensitive. It will show sensitivity to bacitration, or it will growth, or growth of pyogene will be inhibited.
Yeah.
Inhibited by bacitration. Rest all other groups, other beta hemolytic, they are resistant. They are. You understand this slide?
Yes, it's easy. Doctor.
Bacitration. We are here to differentiate between beta hemolytic Streptococcus pyogenes and with other. Streptococcus is the beta hemolytic microorganism. Okay, on the blood agar. When you do the bacitration test, it differentiates between the beta hemolytic Streptococcus. It differentiates, okay? Pyogenes is sensitive. You see,
Yes.
there is no growth. It inhibits the growth of the Streptococcus pyogene, and rest, they are resistant.
like coagulase and stuff.
Correct? Like coagulase in the stuff. But here it is a sensitivity test.
Yes.
It's a sensitivity test. Streptococcus pyogene, its growth is inhibited. This means it is resistant
Yeah.
to bacitration. While all other beta hemolytic Streptococcus bacitration resistant.
Okay.
They are bacitration resistant. This is the principle. If this culture plate will come to the exam, you will say it is a bacitration test. You will
Yeah.
say it's a bacitration test. And why this test is done to differentiate between the beta hemolytic Streptococcus. Group A Streptococcus is sensitive, and other beta hemolytic are they are
Resistant.
resistant. They are resistant.
The white point in the culture that it is the sensitive.
This is the antibiotic disc. Put it in here.
Okay.
This is the antibiotic. Have you seen the antibiotic disc in the laboratory?
No.
Yes.
It is just like this small piece of a paper. It contains. It's a paper. It's a paper like it contains the antibiotic.
Yeah.
You culture here. You put the culture on the blood agars, and you put this bacitration disc here. Next morning, in this area, in this region, you will see there is no growth. The growth is inhibited. This means it is sensitive. Now this is one more test. This is the one test for Streptococcus pyogenes. Okay. Another test is ASLO. You know this test? Anti-streptomycin O.
Yes. Oxygen is
Antibody, it's antibody produced
Oxygen
against,
level. Yes.
against the T.
Yes.
Streptococcus pyogene, when it is present inside the body, it produces two
Two.
types
S
of.
and O.
Correct.
Oxygen level.
Unstable.
S and O. Okay. What is O?
Oxygen
Labile.
labile. Yes, ma'am.
This toxin, when Streptococcus pyogenes inside the body, it releases two types of toxin. One is S and another is O.
Yes.
S causes the hemolysis of the blood.
Yeah.
S causes, O causes hemolysis of the blood. This is stable. It does not show any effect on the RBC. No effect. Here, RBCs undergo hemolysis. Streptolysis. This is called streptolysin O.
Doctor?
This is
Which one is produced the hemolytic?
O.
It's
O causes the hemolysis.
it's in the lecture S.
O causes the hemolysis. O causes the hemolysis.
Here, Doctor.
O causes the hemolysis.
Streptocin S. It's produce beta hemolysis in the blood agar.
Oxygen. It is the oxygen stable toxin.
Yeah.
O for oxygen labile.
Yeah.
Oxygen labile means when it is present inside
In
the
the
body,
blood.
it reacts to oxygen and then it affects the this blood cell. What is the O?
Here's the
Oxygen is a labile. This is stable. Anti-strep helps in serological diagnosis, but it causes the hemolysis also. Where shall I give? It is an oxygen labile toxin. It induces foreign anti-streptolysin O antibodies and causes titer oxygen stable level equals the beta hemolysis. It is a non-immunogenic. But we can keep it as such. But it here, remember, this is the O. O is the oxygen labile. Oxygen labile. As it produces this streptolysin O, when it produces inside the body produces against the antibodies.
Yeah.
They produce the antibodies. What is the other property of these antibodies? If a person is having the infection of Streptococcus pyogenes, when antibodies are produced?
Anti-streptolysin.
yeah.
When antibody is produced against this?
The second
Globin G.
Delayed. What somebody is right. Antibodies are produced later on,
Yes.
not quickly.
Yes.
So you can find this. Even sometimes your Streptococcus pyogene infection is gone and then antibodies are produced. That's the reason those antibodies attack heart
Yeah. Mimic,
because of
cross-reaction.
similarity, mimicry.
Yes.
It thinks that it is the same, the structure.
Yeah.
Cross
M-protein.
reactivity. It's called the cross reactivity.
Yes.
So ASO test is present in group A. It's in many groups, A,
Yeah.
C, and G. But here we will talk about the A, group A, pyogenes. And title is 200 units. Okay.
Yeah.
If title is 200 units, it shows this is a recent infection. These are the steps. When person is having the infection, it's called pyogenes. If it is present, it will produce anti-streptolysin O, this toxin, and body will produce antibodies against it. Okay? There is a test, it is called ASO test,
Yeah.
to find these antibodies, It is same like case, if you remember last time, the agglutination case.
Yeah.
Yes.
O causes the hemolysis of RBCs, right? Hemolysis. If this lysin toxin is present, plus RBC is present, it causes hemolysis. It causes
Hemolysis.
If this toxin is present, plus
Okay.
antibody produced inside the human body is present, plus RBC, then there will be no hemolysis.
Yeah.
Yes.
If Streptococcus pyogenes is inside the body, it produces two types of oxygen stable and oxygen labile. Okay? O is the oxygen labile. When this toxin is released and it can react with the RBC, cause the hemolysis. Okay? If antibody is present,
No.
there will be no hemolysis. You see here? What you need in the first? If ASO antibody is present, if this antibody is
No,
present in
yeah.
the patient's serum, if antibody is present, it will block
Yes.
the complex and it will not act upon the red blood cells.
Yes.
You got the point or not?
Yes.
Yes.
If this is present, antibody is present, it will block if antibody is present, it will block this toxin O. RBC will be free and there will be no hemolysis. If ASO antibody is absent, if there is no presence of antibody,
Yeah.
what will happen? What will happen? If ASO is absent, no antigen and antibody complex will be not formed. This means O and antibody, they will not react together. What it will do, SLO is not neutralized, it will act upon the red blood cells. You see now, at the suspension of red blood cell, positive test. Positive result means no hemolysis, which is written on your lecture. Positive result means no hemolysis.
Yes.
Positive result means
No hemolysis.
no hemolysis. Why no hemolysis? Because presence of
Antibody. Yeah.
And negative result means there is a hemolysis.
No.
There is a hemolysis because antibody is absent. Tell me how many understand this test?
I understand.
Very good.
Yes, it's complicated.
Yeah.
When Streptococcus pyogenes enter inside the human body, it produces two types of, the O and S.
Yes.
O is it's called as oxygen labile, O for oxygen labile, S for oxygen stable. But immunological reaction is produced only O. O can cause a hemolysis of the RBCs. Okay? Here. If there is no, your body did not produce any kind of antibodies, so did not produce any kind of antibody. When there will be no antigen and antibody complex, it will act upon the RBCs, this toxin. You got the point or not?
Yes.
So the negative is the presence of antibody.
Correct. Negative is the no antibody to neutralize. Got it or not?
Yes.
So this is the principle of this test. These three steps are very important. If antibody is present, there will be no hemolysis.
Negative test.
If ASO is absent, there it will act upon the
Red
RBC. You see here, we have seen when we do this test, you need the patient serum, standard amount of streptolysin O, and you need the sheep, rabbit RBCs
Yes.
to confirm this test. So you can do this test to show. And if reading is 200 units, this means the recent infection. If
Yeah.
not, then it means the past infection. And negative result means hemolysis, no antibody to neutralize SLO.
Finally, we are looking for the antibody.
We are looking for the antibody.
Yes.
ASLO test means we are looking for the antibody. Fine. This is one more test. It is not a chemistry CAM, cyclic adenosine monophosphate. It is not, it is something different. So, pyogenes, beta hemolytic. Okay? It causes a hemolysis. One, bacitration. Pyogene is bacitration sensitive.
Yes.
Other are negative. One more test. Pyogene is streptolysin O. It produces when it is present inside the body, it causes the immunological reaction. Antibodies are produced. If antibodies are produced, there is no hemolysis. If antibodies are absent, this toxin will act on the RBC. So this is about pyogenes. Clear? These 3 points. Fine. Blood test, bacitration test, ASLO test. Now come to one more test which is called CAMP.
That's an example. One test.
Just one test, maybe one test.
Take the picture.
Because you can, for example, this test will come to the exam.
One to stand at the
ASLO test. This, for example, this test will come to exam. What you will say? You have to write the principle and about the test.
Yes.
About the test, what you will write? You will write if antibody is present, it will not cause hemolysis.
Yes.
test.
If antibodies are absent, it will go on
Last
hemolysis.
test.
Fine.
Fine.
Positive test is no hemolysis.